Arsenal go top as Liverpool suffer another L. Man United may have finally solved their goalkeeping woes. Real Madrid had a phenomenal weekend. And Lil Bro Mbappe comes back to haunt PSG. This is DMAC Daily. Chelsea have done the impossible. They actually completed a full game of football without going down to 10 men. Granted, they still managed to see a red card thanks to Maresca's celebrations, although in doing so, he definitely endeared himself to the Chelsea fan base. That was Mourinho-esque running down the touchline. I mean, it was a special moment after all. Estevao William popping up at the back post in the 97th minute to take all 3 points, a just reward for another outstanding cameo. It's already evident that he isn't just another wonder kid. This is the same guy who broke Neymar's goals and assists record back in Brazil, and now at 18, he's a key player for the Seleção and is rapidly adapting to the English game. Can't forget about Chelsea's other hero too, Moises Caicedo. Right now, Chelsea remain an inconsistent team. However, this man always delivers a top performance. Defensively, he's a monster. His passing range is outstanding. And he's also got end product, as we all clearly saw yesterday. The definition of an all-action midfielder. But the question remains, was this a great performance from Chelsea or just another stinker from Liverpool? 3 L's on the bounce now. The irony of having won so many games at the start of the campaign right at the death, only to since lose back-to-back Premier League games in the 97th minute. Although, truth be told, they've been struggling all season. Chelsea away was no different. Bar a 20-minute period in the second half, they were largely outplayed. Individual quality has bailed them out several times this season, but in the last week or so, their luck's well and truly ran out. And Arne Slot now has a major problem to solve. Wirtz's inefficiencies have been well documented. What is it, 009 now? He's the easy scapegoat, but collectively, every player bar maybe Ekitike is currently underperforming. It is quite staggering though to see the Premier League champions struggle so much, having reinforced to the tune of £444 million this summer. Beyond that, Salah's output has noticeably reduced from last season's record-breaking standards. So Arne Slot is approaching uncharted territories here, not just in his Liverpool career, but his entire managerial history. This is the first time he's ever lost 3 successive games. An imminent fix is required, or someone else needs to step up. We cannot allow Arsenal to potentially win the Premier League. The Gunners with another comfortable 3 points, another clean sheet, and they now sit top of the Premier League table. It sickens me how good they look right now. Even with Ødegaard suffering a fresh injury, they just subbed in Zubimendi, who was then the best player on the pitch. Bar the goals from Gyökeres, this team has everything. A great goalkeeper, a brick wall in front of him, immense quality in central midfield, and a plethora of attackers to rely on. As a dedicated hate watcher of Arsenal, these are concerning times. If Gyökeres starts consistently scoring, we might be cooked. Meanwhile, at Old Trafford, and United have now won 3 home games on the bounce following a 2-0 victory over a Sunderland side that was admittedly in top form. Seško scoring in back-to-back matches. He is steadily adapting to the Premier League. Mason Mount also excelling. So many questions still to be asked of Amorim's system, but if there's one player who can thrive in this setup, it's Mason Mount. He starred in a Champions League winning team playing this exact role. But I think the most satisfying aspect to this result from a United fan's perspective was the goalkeeping situation. Senna Lammens in his first ever start for the club with an immensely promising debut. Bar one mishap, the Belgian was otherwise assured throughout. 2 good saves, collected 2 crosses with relative ease. The fans were celebrating competent goalkeeping like a goal had just been scored. That speaks volumes about how dire the goalkeeping situation has been in recent years. It's only 1 game, I don't want to be too reactionary, but he already looks noticeably more competent than his predecessors. Amorim, for the time being, you are safe from slander, but I'll be back. One manager who isn't immune from criticism right now though is Ange Postecoglou. He's now gone 007 himself, 0 wins, 0 clean sheets in 7 games, thoroughly outclassed this time at the hands of Newcastle. It already looks like a poison chalice at Forest for the Aussie. His reputation is being eroded at rapid speed. I'm not so sure he even survives the international break at this point, but it looks like he's got maybe 1 game max to turn things around. Elsewhere, Haaland bagged in his 9th consecutive outing an unreal proper centre-forward goal, manhandling his opponent as City took all 3 points away at Brentford. Everyone keeps talking about Mbappe and Kane, but the Norwegian keeps on delivering. He's carrying this City team, having contributed 67% of City's Premier League goals this season. However, he's currently being outflanked by Antoine Semenyo, whose 9 Premier League involvements attribute to 82% of Bournemouth's seasonal tally. Another phenomenal individual display at Fulham's expense as the Cherries rise into 4th place. What a start to the season they're having, just behind Spurs, who go 3rd after a hard-fought win at Leeds. And unfortunately, Palace's epic run of 19 games unbeaten is officially over as Grealish sunk them at the death. Moving to La Liga, and what a weekend it was for Real Madrid. Vini and Mbappe were at their brilliant best at the Bernabeu, both picking up 2 goal involvements in a 3-1 victory over Villarreal. The Frenchman became the fastest Real Madrid player to score 40 La Liga goals since Cristiano. Both hit 40 in 42 games. Meanwhile, his Brazilian teammate produced arguably his best individual performance of this season. Although Villarreal will feel slightly aggrieved to have seen a red card following Mourinho's foul, one of the softest yellows you'll see all season. Regardless, a much needed bounce back victory in the league to go top, and they'd hold on to top spot following Barcelona's shock defeat away at Sevilla. Former player Alexis Sanchez would open the scoring via the penalty spot, and Barca's suicidal highline came back to haunt them once again. 3 of these 4 goals were so defensively naive today. Hansi Flick needs to sort out that backline ASAP because this is just madness. Lewandowski will obviously be disappointed to have missed a crucial penalty with the score at 2-1. But beyond that miss, this Barca side is noticeably lacking going forward without Yamal and Rafinha. Rashford alone cannot save them. The hate watchers of Los Blancos would have no doubt relished this and would have also been thrilled to see Atletico drop points away at Celta. 8 points adrift of top spot. It's not looking great for Simeone's men. Heading over to Italy, and Anjuan Boni was given the opportunity to start in Thuram's absence through injury, and the 21-year-old proceeded to have one of the best games of his entire career, scoring at the San Siro and then setting up a further 3 goals as Inter made light work of Cremonese. A dream performance for the childhood Inter fan, picking up the Man of the Match award as the Nerazzurri climb into the top 4. I was slightly disappointed in arguably the biggest fixture in the Serie A calendar this weekend as Juve and Milan played out a conservative scoreless draw. 40-year-old Modric ran the show in midfield. However, Milan will be disappointed not to have taken all 3 points. Pulisic with a howler from the penalty spot. Napoli came from behind to take all 3 points at home to Genoa, and of course, it just had to be Rasmus Højlund who scored the match winner. Another banger Instagram caption too. Bro is thriving under Antonio Conte as Napoli stay top of the league, but they might not be for too much longer. Roma with another fantastic result away at Fiorentina. A Moise Kean banger had the La Viola faithful on their feet early on, but Mattias Sula would steal the show with a brilliant goal of his own. Gasperini is cooking in Rome, their best start to a season since 2014. They've only conceded 2 goals all season. Do not sleep on these guys. Heading to Germany, and Bayern Munich with another statement. 3-0 away at Eintracht Frankfurt, becoming the first club in Europe's top 5 leagues to start a season with 10 straight wins in all competitions. Kompany is doing an incredible job. His star striker Harry Kane bagged another goal, an absolute belter of a strike. His 11th Bundesliga goal of the season, more than double the amount of the 2nd highest goal scorer. And in French football, Ansu Fati bagged another 2 for Monaco, as he's now a Ligue 1's equal top scorer. Elsewhere, Nuno Mendes slotted home an unbelievable free kick from at least 35 yards away at Lille. But in incredible scenes, former PSG player Ethan Mbappe came off the bench, skinned his defender, and then slotted past Chevalier. A brilliant strike with his older bro in the crowd seemingly impressed. Mad respect to Ethan, 18 years old and already making an impact against the biggest club in France, silencing his former teammates. He's only played 32 minutes of football this season, yet already has 2 goals in Ligue 1. With all the pressure of living up to Mbappe whilst developing in France, he is quietly building up a stellar reputation of his own. Anyways guys, that's all for today's DMAC Daily. Appreciate you tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow.